And welcome to the Australian Lacrosse Network. It is a beautiful night, even though it's very chilly down here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. We are about to see, well, it is a game that will probably decide where the teams end up this game. Victoria, they've had a couple of games against Queensland, New South Wales and New Zealand. And they have dominated those games, 20 plus to limited goals too. WA, well, they came up against South Australia yesterday and ended up going down 10-6 to SA. And this is a really interesting game. And we always say when the big games come, we get the big guests in. And the guest tonight on the mic, ALN's own and board member and mum and expectant mum, Hayley Stefanos. Welcome to the ALN.
Thank you for having me. What a nice warm night in Melbourne
It is.
to be down at Footscray.
As we see the city skylights, it's been a long time since we've been together in a commentary box.
It
I
is.
reckon we're many years ago.
I
but
know.
It's great to have you on board. And a big game for both sides. I mean, I'd probably go in Victoria, to be honest, in this one. I think they're just going to be too strong in the way they were moving the ball. As we see the centre draw set here, and ball to be won, and it is one. Miriam Suarez-Jury, she's the first one to get the ball out of the centre draw. Mim steps down, looks to get inside, doesn't finds Mollison down the back, and Mollison passes the ball on. As the ball is worked around now. We see Bonnie Yu. She got an MVP the other day. She was absolutely everywhere. As Nellie Mollison, she ended up with 4 in the first game. Had a stick disallowed, and that one's gone home. And there we go. That is first blood for Victoria. Just trying to see who that was there. That was Marley Dawson. And what do you reckon of this one, Marley Dawson, just coming off?
Yeah, really great pace off that flip from Nelly and buried that shot after the whistle. I know that's a nice rule shift in recent years for the women, that usually if that whistle had gone, that goal wouldn't have counted.
Disallowed,
So
yeah.
nice to have that continuation, and great finish by Marley there.
So Dawson gets the first one for Victoria. As the centre draw is deemed to be illegal there. And we'll see Ashton Hiron ended up with a yellow-red yesterday. And in the South Australian game, yellow-red, and just after the half-time. And the game sort of changed when she left the field a little bit. Big loss she was as Hunter steps down. I was going to say, Nellie Mollison scored 2, got a third one disallowed, and stick thrown out of the game. She changed sticks. I don't know whose stick she had. And another one inside there, penalty. But ended up scoring another 2, and then backed the game up yesterday with 6 and 1. So
Hot wand. Nelly usually, piles on a lot of goals in a season, in a tournament. So great to see she hasn't missed a beat.
And back-to-back Shelley Maher medalist, Steph Kelly, just showing why she is that.
Yeah, great finish there on the free position shot by Steph. She has really great lacrosse IQ to know to have pulled that out once that flag was called, and did a great job of finishing that. Straight off the whistle.
Not too many players get a back-to-back Shelley Maher trophy.
I know, I'm just mentally thinking of, the women have only had that award, I think, in the last 10 or so years, but I would say, can't think of someone that's gone back-to-back, so yeah, Steph might be the first.
Might be the first. And huge honour for Steph Kelly, but she was really dominant in the first game I saw her play in this tournament this way, as was this young player, Bonnie Yu. Look at the pace she has. She's just running away from players that are no slouches themselves, and puts the ball down in the back corner there to Hussey. Hussey passes the ball off finds Bonnieu again. Bonnieu comes around left, fires an just I didn't like the way she fell then initially, but managed to keep the head off the deck. And shot comes out of bounds and backed up there by Elise Hussey. So you're missing playing?
Oh, tough question at 8 months pregnant, Tone. I don't think...
Well, I've never been 8 months pregnant, so I don't know whether it's something...
I don't think I could say I am right this second. I'm certainly missing the competitiveness when you get down here and watch nationals and the honour of representing your state, and that, the adrenaline that comes with that. But certainly from a practical perspective, no, not on the horizon, and certainly not in this state.
So it might be too many players on the field, you're saying, if you were to take it. Yeah, it's always interesting when you get to sit here and you're out of the game, and you've been competitive like this for a competitive beast for so many. There's a ball on the ground, so they're going to have to stop the play here. There's another ball. That ball has come from a shot out on the back there. The young lads out the back. Whoever shot that from out the back here.
Where did that come from?
That's come from that goal, and it's nearly ended up at the goal down here. So that's maybe we'll sign that young lad up if he's got shot speed like that. But he might have just lost the ball. Although I did see the young lads down there before, they were collecting balls that the Victorian players were throwing over the fence. So, but a turnover here, and WA will bring the ball out. Obviously no shot clock in the women's game just yet. Churchwood fires the ball up, starts in the cage. Olivia Antelov started yesterday, but when Churchwood came in, had 6 big saves, and good work there. And a save there for Victoria in the cage, and Brie Soju, Nee Hussey. You're getting used to some of these names.
I know, lots of name changes happening. We're in that era of life now, so yeah.
Shannon Mitchell doing a great job there to just dispossess her Victorian opponent. Ball passes over. That's not a great pass to the stick there for Erin Mitchell. But Erin Mitchell still in that Aussie squad. So, and squad camp last week, or ended up this week. Little knockdown, ball from Hunter, and it's going to be a push there as both players get up off the ground. And just reassess their goggles as Riley McGee gets up. Good to see where lacrosse is headed at the moment. There's so much lacrosse going on. We see the under-20 boys at the moment. They're gave South Australia a bit of a run for their money today, 10-8 on the outer side. And they'll be looking very shortly at a trip to Jeju, South Korea, where it would be warm, Hayley.
Yeah, it's certainly warmer than here. Anywhere is, I feel like, at the moment. But no, the high performance calendar is jam-packed, and it's so exciting to have so many tournaments coming up for all of our Australian hopefuls. Oh,
good shot, but another big save there from Soju. That's 2. And ball will travel up. So, I thought she grabbed that then, but it's gone running out of bounds. Speedster there in Mim Suarez Jury. I think she started about 8 metres behind everyone then and ended up 2 metres in front. Victoria send the ball out of bounds as Churchwood, she rotates the ball up. Finds Erin Mitchell, who finds Kate Hooper. Hooper just running down, a little just tap there from Nelly. And ball on the bottom corner. Good movement here for WA. As they just send the ball down through X. Oh, good little inside step there. And, got a big piece of that. But that was a good shot there from Shannon Mitchell. And we're going to have a stick check, I believe. Just watch this. So Mitchell gets inside. I thought she got a big piece of that then, but didn't get anywhere near it. So Shannon Mitchell gets her first of the night for WA. That's WA's first goal of the first quarter. And that is Hang on, I'm just watching that. That goal has been disallowed, is it?
Oh, stick must have been. I've just seen the stick be handed off
Okay,
to the
so
officials. So must have been a legal stick.
Oh, there you go. So sticks are checked pre-tournament. And that is the second one. I haven't seen this too many times in women's lacrosse, but as I said, Nellie Mollison got hers thrown out yesterday, and now we see Mitchell with hers thrown out.
Yeah, well, I believe the adjustment to that ruling is that they don't line everyone up before the game like they used to do. It is only at the start of the tournament, so be it incidental or just in the warm up, there isn't that immediate check before the game. So it looks like, that's a slip up for some players in game time.
Now, what happens, Hayley, if you don't bring a second stick?
Then you're going to have to figure out how to use someone else's wand on the fly, aren't you?
Well, as Bonnie Yu, she's figured out how to use her wand, and that is to go a little left, a little right, and then a little good night.
Too smooth. Bonnie Yu is just so balanced, and again, playing through that whistle, finishing a really nice shot after a strong split dodge at the top against Osha, which is a tremendous midfielder and athlete, and yeah, great placement by Bonnie there.
Certainly broke some ankles almost down there. And Osha Levy, not easy for that to do. So Bonnie Yu gets on the board for Victoria. We've got a 3-0 game as that goal was disallowed from Shannon Mitchell. Don't worry, I thought the same, Hayley, when I was about to say that.
Keep me on my toes.
But ball back into the centre draw. So Dawson flicks it out the back, and Yu picks it up again. Oh, big contest there. The one thing I love about Ashton Hiron is she just does not give an inch. As does this Lauren Hunter. Just has not lost any speed in those legs.
Looking super fast tonight. This game in particular, everyone just looks so quick, and it had a turnover there from a block. Offside.
Yeah, offside. So it's not something the coaches like to see.
No, it's a bit sloppy, particularly when you've got possession. But yeah, Lauren and so many other athletes are looking so quick tonight. So it's exciting to see the tempo of this game so soon. Well,
the other rule change is at the moment you can kick the ball. And they just haven't quite mastered it yet, but kicking the ball to space in a situation like that, still can't kick a goal. But as Mim Suarez-Jury picks the ball up, finds the ball down there to Kelly, and the ball rotates around. They want to get their passes up just a little bit. That's Unsworth. She manages to get it back in her stick. Taylor Cometto as Mim Suarez-Jury, obviously, nice inside look, and Kelly just fires that one past the left-hand pipe. Just needed an extra step, and
I think she had more time there than she realised. There seemed to be a crossover with the defence, and she was pretty much on her own. So
Mollison, what Mollison does, little BTB. And that one goes the other side of the cage. So just starting a few party tricks down here. Nell drives the bottom corner, does Kelly, and rotates back. And good movement.
Looks like Western Australia might be in a little bit of a backer here. You can see they're sending that second player quite early. So not sure if Victoria have recognised that yet, but I think that's why there might be some of those overlaps we've just seen in those last two possessions.
And Suarez-Jury passes the ball, just couldn't get a handle on it though. There, Cometto, and ball comes out here through Mitchell. Mitchell has a Levy breaking it down the centre. She might want to look at using her because there's another outlet here, but as it just keeps going, looks on the bottom crease. Good save again there from the keeper in Bree Soju. And running into some trouble there is Trinity Meacham. And that's come off a gold stick out of Chloe Tatlow's stick. Good work there from Georgia Floyd to shut that down, and starts the play really quickly as Hunter pushes the ball to the opposite side. Little push up, and Sarah Smith. Didn't see Sarah take the field in the game yesterday against South Australia. Didn't actually play in that game. Was here but didn't play. So sure if she's carrying a little niggle. And sometimes at this time of the season with our local leagues, some players are carrying some little niggles. Good inside look. That one's gone across the face though, and it's going to go out of bounds. Really quick this ground too once the ball hits it.
Yeah, it really is. Footscray has a beautiful carpet type of field, and yeah, the ball can get away with you almost a bit like on turf. Gets the wrong bounce or the right bounce, and yeah, it's away.
Well, when I rolled up, I thought I should have bought my lawn bowls because the surface looked pretty good when we rolled up here on Tuesday, and it's held up pretty well with the amount of work that's been done on it. Although there is a little bit of precipitation supposed coming in the next couple of days, so we hope that stays away because we want our national championships to be amazing. And we've got a timeout here, is it? With 1 minute 46 to go, a timeout has been taken. And that is, looks like it's been taken on that dead ball by Victoria. So maybe just an opportunity to set something up and try and end the quarter off. They're already 3-0 up. A 4-0 quarter would be certainly how Victoria would have talked about starting this game in the change rooms before.
Absolutely. I don't think they would have expected to or hoped to have been able to keep Western Australia scoreless. But I think, yeah, with under 90 seconds or about 90 seconds in the first quarter, I think one of your aims would certainly be to continue that trend and keep the momentum going into the first quarter.
And we see the men's with the shot clocks running at the moment. The women's aren't using the shot clock because they won't be available in Tokyo in 2026 for the World Championships. But beyond that, that adds another bit of complexity to the game. And we see with the men's, hasn't really made a massive effect for me, but the actual clear is probably the thing that makes a massive effect with the 20-second clear now. Be interested to see what the women's game does with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was always a bit hesitant to how that would impact the game and take away from some of the traditionalist, I guess, elements of field lacrosse. But I think the 80-second or 90-second stop clock, probably when we look at the stats, we're not really shooting outside of that anyway. So, but similar to you, I noticed a slight tempo adjustment in the men's. Not too many, violations of the shot clock, but there's certainly that game awareness, and particularly when it comes into situational circumstances, that there's a little bit more pressure and IQ required.
Oh, good take in the middle from the feed there. Ashton Hiron looks inside and finds Riley McGee, and it was WA who'd actually taken that time out. Apologies, but I reckon that's what Gav Levy might have wanted to draw up.
That might be exactly what he'd drawn up, because that looked really, really composed and purposeful by Western Australia there. They had a nice setup, moved the ball around, and Riley popped up nice, and Ashton found her right in the centre.
And Gav, very experienced coach, coached an under-19 Australian team 2 championships ago, and now applying his hand to the women's game. So certainly bringing a little bit of that experience to the women's game. But Smith just doesn't look like she's carrying anything at the moment, the way she's moving. Nor is Lauren Hunter. She just keeps going through panting. And Hunter, limited time, just loses the ball now, picked it back up. Hunter looks down on the bottom corner, finds Mollison. Limited time left in this as the ball comes back up the top. Smith to pick it up. Oh, clearing the other way is a really good job there, and a bit of a frenetic end to the first quarter. Sees WA down 3-1, but they could have been 3-2. And interesting first quarter from the girls. You could see right at the end there, really, that pace started to pick up, didn't it?
Absolutely, and like I said, I think Victoria would have hoped to have held Western Australia scoreless to go into that quarter time break with that momentum they'd built, but WA had other plans and executed perfectly outside of that timeout. And yeah, exciting way to end the first quarter, 3-1. It's going to be a good one.
Goal scorers for the first quarter. Well, McGee, she got one down right on the crease there to get WA's first. Obviously, there was one scored by Mitchell, but disallowed when she came in on the left. But Victoria, it was all Victoria to start. Dawson got one right on the crease. And then Kelly found her way around the left-hand side, and you just did what you does. And when she attacks, it's very hard to defend her. She got one as well. So a 3-1 game. And our broadcast sponsor for this event is no other than the Susafanos Foundation, very close to your heart.
It sure is. Yeah, really special to be able to support the Australian Lacrosse Network and continue to drive the awareness of the foundation. Obviously, losing Mum coming up to 5 years ago, which is quite surreal.
It seems like yesterday.
It does. I know. Some days it feels like yesterday, and other days it feels like a lifetime ago. But it's really important to us that it's not a one and done thing, and that we continue to find ways, particularly as the landscape of international sport changes, that we can support Australian women's lacrosse teams. And we're really proud to have been able to contribute over $250,000 to Australian women's lacrosse over the last 5 years, and hope that just continues to build, for indefinitely.
And you'll see a QR code on the screen if you want to donate to the Susafanos Foundation, and why wouldn't you, to help our athletes be the best they can be. And that would have been what Sue wanted for this sport, as we know she did. Please get onto that QR code and support the Susafanos Foundation. I can't think of a better place to put my money.
Particularly before tax time.
Ooh,
There's, anything over $2 is a tax deduction. So
tell you what,
very convenient as we head towards. Yeah, exactly right. As we head towards end of financial year, it's a good time.
So the second quarter about to start here, and Marley Dawson in there up against Ashton Hiron. Ball to be reset. Well, that one didn't even come out any better, and that's going to be illegal there against Marley Dawson. And Ashton Hiron, who has just been in Adelaide with the high performance camp, just loses the ball there. So that's something you don't see very often from Hiron. Plenty of pressure being applied out there in this game as Osha Levy kicks the ball over to Chloe Tatlow. And Tatlow just starts to find some offense. So Mitchell down the back. She's obviously found another stick, or had another stick. Tatlow looks to drive up here on Meacham. That's Tatlow. Good save again there. Just stuck the arms out there, did Bree Soja. And that's her fourth save of the game so far. And that was all hands. Got to be careful, there was a goalie, because that top hand, you can break thumbs doing that sort of stuff. I don't know who'd be a goalie. Said two of them in my family.
I know.
Hey, why would you do it?
You couldn't pay me, I'm not going to lie.
You couldn't pay me either. It's great having been a short stick attacker when we do some work good. Oh, I nearly thought that went in there.
I did too. I thought I saw the net move there.
Yeah, I did too. It must have been Soja who, as she turned, just maybe got a stick caught. I thought I saw the back, but that went well wide from Ashton Hiron. And Hunter becoming the proverbial ball taxi for Victoria tonight. She is, I think that's about her third foray up the field.
Yeah, she's doing a huge effort of work between the lines tonight for Victoria, and really giving them some great opportunities in attack quickly out of defence.
So Hussey gives the ball there over to Norman, and Norman will rotate the ball up the top. Mollison looks to drive in, gets on her favoured left, little flip up there. Ball back to Norman, Ebony Norman looks to go on the right. Good defence, ball rotates back to Dawson. Dawson, little flip back there to Norman. Oh, nice check there from WA defender in Ashton Hiron. And Kelly just doing what, Kelly just about sneaking one through there. Good knockdown, good work there from Mollison as Churchwood came out of the cage, still under pressure here. RWA, Osha Levy opens up, bounce pass out, and Levy, she takes off. Ebony Norman with her as Mitchell just couldn't quite take the ball. Not the best pass for her.
Yeah, a bit too much heat on it for Osha. I think she got a little bit excited seeing Mitchell open there in the centre of the fan, but yeah, Bree was onto it. And
Soju goes with the Hail Mary straight down the ground. Sometimes this works if you can pick it up. Georgia Floyd, wow, had some pace coming off the bench, did Floyd, and just runs a quick 75 metres in breakneck speed as Smith gets it, kicks it to Mollison, and Mollison down the bottom to Kelly. Kelly, she's been able to really insert herself into spaces down there. Mollison turns around, looks up, goes again. Mollison looks to shape, not there. Back to you. You to Suarez Jury. And Suarez Jury, she goes. Good pick there from Bonnie Yu, and good save from Churchwood. So good movement down there for Victoria. And Churchwood will clear the ball up here. Mitchell presents. Outlet here is panting. Has a little bit of pressure there from Floyd as panting. Now gets to clear the ball down to the bottom corner. And Shannon Mitchell will take control. Hooper. Over to Holly Plummer. Haven't called Plummer's name much yet, but she can be a match winner, Holly Plummer. Oh, as Grass Monster just gets one in the middle of the crease there, just grabbing ankles. And shot again, going wide down that left-hand side. Speaking to the guys after the game last night, I was speaking to Cody and Sean Aaron under these lights, and the goalies really were struggling to see those balls outside that sort of 15-metre arc from the men. So I wonder whether the women have actually spoken about the 11-metre mark and really letting shots rip.
I was going to say, I'd actually noticed that it felt like quite a number of the shots are a bit further out than you'd probably traditionally see. So whether that's a tactical adjustment or just how they're seeing the plays open tonight. But yeah, interesting if that's the feedback we've got from some of the goalies already.
So Hiron steps in, Hiron fires, and Hiron puts that one away. Anytime she is in front of the cage, and especially from the 11-metre mark, you want to just cross your fingers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a free position shot really for Ashton is money, and she executed on that one really, really nicely. Got enough space heading towards centre of field and put that non-stick hip side on Bree, which is a really tough save to make.
Really tough save to make from a keeper, especially from that. I mean, by the time you start on the 11, you've taken 4 steps in, you're at 7 or 6. You don't get to see much of it, and especially with the heat that Ashton Hiron seems to generate out of her stick. But then turns it over in the middle as Marley Dawson brings it out. And we're going to have a card. Oh, I thought we were going to have a card there for a second. We don't want to see any more of those from Ashton Hiron. So ball here with Dawson. Good pressure though from WA. Just enough pressure on that player as they came into the offensive end. Bonnie Yu, well, she's turning on a carousel out there at the moment. She almost looks like she's turning on the spot. Oh, that's not the pass they were looking for. Bonnie Yu again, there it is. 2 back turns and look to go into trouble and gets out of it.
Yeah, Bonnie's just so balanced and makes it look very easy. Western Australia doing a great job of applying pressure and taking up a lot of space in the fan for Victoria. It's really tough for them to see an opening.
More up and over. The shot goes there from Elise Hussey. And Mollison down the back, just picking up the scraps for the first on. So Mollison flips the ball up here. finds the player there in Mim Suarez Jury, joined by the next superstar of our competition here. He's come to see Mum. As ball gets flicked out, Esther Lavelle, has she flicked it too far? But picked up well there by Elise Hussey. She's going to be under pressure here as Hosha Levy. She will wear her like a cheap suit. And Esther Lavelle looks inside, and we've got a whistle on the play here, and just looking a timeout here to Victoria. So, has there been a change to the timeouts as well?
Yeah, so quite a number of rules. I can't remember exactly all of them off the top of my head, Tone, but certainly things like timeouts in possession. Obviously, a few years ago, we had the crease open up where defenders could go through it. And it really changes the strategy to be able to take an opportunity like that for Victoria in that moment and Squeak be able to call that and get Victoria a little bit of momentum back. They haven't scored yet in this first quarter, so even though they've had some opportunities, I think Western Australia have done a great job of not only filling space in the fan, but also probably rushing them a little bit and not letting them see some great looks. So, different look for women's lacrosse to be able to have that timeout, mid-quarter, dead ball.
It was always after a goal.
Exactly.
Or a dead ball, which seemed to never happen, and it almost was up to the official whether or not you got it or not.
Absolutely.
Great change. I mean, we've had it in the men's for ever and a day.
Yeah.
Where you have possession, you don't like something, you can use it as a tactical timeout as well. There's one I didn't read up on, Hayley.
Yeah. I know it's hard to keep up. I'm not going to lie, Tony. There's lots of changes. I mean, last year we didn't have the 11. Now it's back.
Well, we only had the 15, and
correct.
I was just starting to get used to that. And went over to the World Championships and did the gold and bronze medal over there. And it was a 15, and now all of a sudden the 11's back. And I can tell you what my daughter says about that.
I know, goalies aren't going to love that.
Mollison, little flip up. Suarez Jury, she fires. Pops it down to the right-hand foot there of the keeper of Churchwood. And Mim Suarez Jury, you don't want to let her get off the leash because she is very good.
Absolutely, and Mim had almost that carbon copy drive just before and just didn't quite place it as well as she did on this move. And yeah, you can see once she gets 1 metre of speed up and she can rocket that shot in the right place, it's pretty much unstoppable.
And over playing college lacrosse in the US at the moment, as the lesser player in the family just pokes his head around the corner. Hey?
Yeah, he's on poppy duty tonight,
good,
so
he should be.
I can enjoy a night out with you, Tone.
I know.
At lacrosse.
I mean,
what a treat!
What a treat it is. As some people would think that's a nightmare. Yeah, I thought he was going to have a day out today too. He got 3 in the first of his game and then just went into his shell. He said he was playing team lacrosse. I spoke to him after.
There you
go. He doesn't mind a live stream though, your husband.
Yeah, he's doesn't mind the attention, does he? Either does his daughter. So she's she doesn't shy away from the spotlight either. So 2 peas in a pod.
Yep. Well, we've got a card coming here, and that is going to go on Taylor. No, that is going on Riley McGee. So she scores a goal and gets a card. Trying to fill up her bingo card at the moment over there. Just needs an assist and no, not a red card. We don't want to see them. So ball pushed forward. Great pick up there from Hussey that steps out of bounds, and Panting will take the ball here. So Panting looking for an option, finds one over the other side of the field with Laura Hulley. Hulley passes the ball up to Mitchell. A little push is had there by Bonnieu. Almost professional fouls now, aren't they, where they get a head of steam and, with that fast start is available if the official is in the right position. Yeah,
and more of that certainly coming into play. I think we need to start adjusting better to the pace of the game and those fast starts, like you said, and either use the tactical fouls or as the athlete being fouled or in possession of the ball, keep moving because, yeah, it's more of an advantage now to not be interrupted by the foul that might have occurred.
Oh, just trying to go through a sea of blue there was Osha Levy. And Mim Suarez-Jury also, I thought she hit the deck just behind her. I was hoping she didn't do an ankle or anything, but she's got up okay. So Osha Levy, she loves this opportunity. Levy looks to step in. Good save again there from Soju. And now back to the ball taxi and Hunter, but this time the taxi gets stopped at the rank. Oh, gets a little high, and another big save from Soju. So just needed more angle on the shot there. And ball comes out to Taylor Cometto. Cometto passes the ball down to Unsworth. Unsworth finds Mollison. Mollison down on the back corner. Elise Hussey, who finds Ebony Norman. Norman back to Unsworth. Kelly looks inside. Oh, and sitting on the crease there was Nellie Mollison, but Kate Churchwood was good enough to stop that quick stick there from Mollison. And pressure now back on WA as Mitchell clears it out. Aaron runs up the field. Good hold there from Mitchell. But no space being given here. Oh, outlet coming. Good interception as the ball is still there to be won. Ball on the deck. It is picked up there by Ebony Norman, who wears a fair bit of pressure with that good hard ball get.
Yeah, and that was a great read by Sophie Unsworth. I thought that was a good look cross field, but the Victorian had read that quite nicely, and a bit of a scramble, and Ebony did a great job to get that gritty ground ball.
So advantage given there for it's a bit of a high shot as she came into the offence. Norman up against Smith. Smith, who's played a fair bit of this state lacrosse as well for Victoria. As Kelly looks to drive up, she just, I always say good players as Unsworth comes through and gets one high, she'll have a push and be on the 11-metre fan. Good players just look slow, don't they, when they've got a ball? They look like they just have all the time in the world. And Steph Kelly certainly looks like she is one of those players. So ball down here with Floyd. Floyd looks up. And ball flies out there to Unsworth. Kelly again with the ball. She looks like she wants to take this team on her shoulders as well. Kelly looks over. And a little rotation there from Ebony Norman. Norman looks to step inside and gets one on there, and a card coming here again. And that might be on Rhiannon Panting, I believe, heading to the bench. So another power play opportunity for Victoria. Really a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment, this contest in the second quarter.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Western Australia need to be careful here. As you said, on the other day against South Australia, they were in that tussle again, and that red card to Ashton kind of really opened the floodgates of South Australia. So they really need to be careful that they're not doing themselves a disservice having these competitive games and getting into foul and car trouble. So Victoria will be looking to capitalise here.
Kelly looks inside, finds Smith. Smith just fires, almost looked to fire, shoot the ball and pass the ball at the same time, but no damage done. Great chase down there as Bonnie Yu just tries to extract a big lane for herself there. And I'm going to say Bonnie Yu is going to shoot this ball. And I wasn't wrong.
No, that's a no-brainer for Bonnie, particularly from that hash on that side of the field as a lefty. And as quick as she is, it's going to be pretty hard to stop her.
Ebony Norman with the backup, and we'll bring the ball in. Suarez-Jury. So power play situation here for Victoria as the ball comes off the keeper. Good save. Ball to be won. Nice work there from Erin Mitchell up against Mim Suarez-Jury. But great outlet here to Shannon Mitchell. Shannon Mitchell runs down, finds a good save again from Soju. That is huge in the context of the game. Limited time in, and look at him get around the keeper there as Bree Soju with a massive foot save one-on-one as the buzzer was about to go. And that was absolutely huge.
Yeah, that was a fantastic turnover. Way to play that ground ball in defence by Western Australia, and that opened up perfectly. That pass through the midfield was weighted absolutely perfectly, and that looked like it was going to be a given goal, really. But Bree stood up in that closing seconds and made a really clutch save there.
Well, that is half-time here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. And what is quite an entertaining game. Low scoring, 4-2. So goal scorers that quarter, well, there was only one from each side. One of them was Mim Suarez-Jury for Victoria, and the other one was Ashton Hiron from the 11-metre hash. And both players, as Suarez-Jury put on the afterburners down here, well, Hiron from the 11-metre mark, she put the afterburners on quickly with 1 or 2 steps and put it away. And we have a 4-2 game at half-time. And again, we thank the Susafanos Foundation for being a broadcast sponsor. And as we get a little bit of airtime for the Susafanos Foundation.
Really looking forward to today's session. Let's make sure we're focused, bring you in.
We'll go and head to a word from our sponsor.
Intensity and lots of communication, vital today. So let's have a great session, short and sharp. Here we go. Okay, girls, just going to do the monkey in the middle, 1 at each end, 2 in the middle, catch, take, quick release, other way. The culture side is the part that I love. Leadership, player well-being. What do we need? How do we get it? Areas that we think we can add to. Okay, Aussies on 3. 1, 2, 3, Aussies!
As the half-time break has ended in what was a real arm wrestle in that second term. The players set under lights here, and WA, they got thwarted in the last foray of that quarter, but Hiron looks to come down. She always nearly draws a double. So there's a penalty on the play still here, so they're a player down and looking to go backwards. That's the way to break that man down situation. There's Ashton Hiron. Picks the ball up down the back corner. This is where Ashton does her best work though, when the chips are stacked against her. She just seems to find a way. Tatlow now with the ball. Really spread wide, and you see Danny Mollison coming up here to shut that bit down and say, well, you want to play that game and I'm going to let you, and a little one across the midriff there from Lauren Hunter, and the penalty has been released, so even numbers again, and they haven't seen her coming on there with Hooper. Hooper just couldn't quite take the ball, and one across the arm there. Very fortunate that Hooper didn't have that thrown to her stick properly. She would have been one-on-one with the keeper running in, and again, really impressed with the work here of Hunter. She is just, that's about her fourth or fifth sprint down the field to get the ball into the offensive end, as Ebony Mollison picks it up. Kicks it to Suarez Jury over through you. And Kelly on that left-hand bottom corner. We have a 3-second call here. So away from the play. And that is going to be on Panting. So she wore the last penalty, Panting, and just wore the ire of the official again there for that 3-second call. Oh, Mim Suarez just unloads with her pace, but sea of yellow jerseys in front of her, so couldn't get the shot off. As Hussey comes around the bottom corner, Cometto back up here to you. You looking to draw in. Luyu does get in, and that has hit the keeper, I hope, because otherwise that might have been a dangerous shot. Churchwood, they haven't made a change in the cage, so just warming up Olivia Antelov at the halftime break. Probably not the time to make a change, as we said, Hayley.
Yeah, tight game. I mean, any strategic move at this point feels like it's on a knife's edge, but I'd say Churchwood's been doing a great job standing up, you know, to only allow 4 goals. I'm not sure how many saves she's had, but yeah. Another
3-second call here, and have a guess who that's on. Panting. She's really filling up her bingo card. So Panting will sit behind Hussey. Hussey has Levy to her right. Yu is there as well and kicks it up to Yu. Oh, gets a bit of a high shot there, but allowed to play on. Rubbing is racing, as they say. Suarez Jury again looking to do a bit of dancing on this beautiful carpet that they have laid out here. And gets inside. Kelly nearly able to get there. Double comes. Flag on the play, and Kelly won't mind that from this hash.
Yeah, nice setup for Steph on this hash. And really nice slide by Osha there. Steph turned back into that and handled it well, but it was really well timed and unfortunate not to come away with a turnover there.
And a free space call straight away there on Brennan Panting. Ree is just, she's getting airtime right now. But another opportunity for Kelly. Kelly, this time, does she shoot? Yes, she does, and yes, she does score. So Kelly pops that one down by the right-hand foot. And of Churchwood and Victoria just break what was a really tight last probably 14 or 15 minutes from that second term.
Yeah, and WA did a good job there. They were man down for, I think, a few 2-minute batches there. I don't think they were scored on at all, man down. So they did a great job to survive that. But then yeah, Victoria were able to break down that strong defence with, as we saw, Ree being everywhere and Osha making some really strong slides. But Steph was able to capitalise on that second free shot there.
What does go well, though, is women's lacrosse is in a really strong space at the moment in Australia. And a lot of that is because of the Susafanos Foundation. We have to pump the tyres when they're available and kick the ball there, but a ward has been called there. So ball turns over and Nim Suarez says, well, I know the sea of yellow's coming, so I'm just going to get down. Oh, Suarez jury in the blink of an eye. That's 2 in about a 20-second time elapse. And Suarez jury gets her second of the night.
Yeah, another fantastic outside drive there by Mim. She took that centre possession there and there really wasn't that much space, to be honest. Osha was right with her, and that the defence was taking up as much space as they could, but that shot placement on the run was pretty much picture perfect, and she's capitalised again.
And defensively, very hard to stop in the women's game when someone goes at speed at you like that. And Mim, very smart though, picked the ball up straight away, didn't allow those defensive players to get in front of her and just block her. And yeah, quick off the feet. So 2 quick ones here for Victoria, and we might have a legal there on Dawson as Hiron gives it over here to Erin Mitchell. Erin Mitchell, just Kelly, just providing a little bit of pressure as she went into that offensive end. Hooper down the back there to Shannon Mitchell, to Tatlow. Ball up here to Ashton Hiron. Hiron back up the top there to Hooper. Hooper to Hiron. Back to Hooper. Hooper steps in and fires, and Hooper, that's a good shot. Just dropped the hands on that shot and popped it straight past Soju in the cage. Good shot here. Talk us through this one, Hayley.
Yeah, these outside drives have been really effective for both teams, and I think Kate's box experience here is coming into play. Her shot placement and execution feels like it's really gone to another level since the World Championships last year, and that feels like an extension of that, just dropping her hands, bit of a riser, really tough for Brie to stave, even though I think that might have been stick side. Lots of power and perfect placement, really.
Perfect, and just what the doctor ordered for WA. So can they get back to back here and panting? Well, she's wore the ire down in the defensive end. Now she starts to get offense. Oh, inside look, Tatlow, and on a bit of a wave here are WA. And good work there from Rhiannon Panting. Looked up, looks inside, found Tatlow, and bang, put that one away.
Yeah, Rhiannon did a really nice job of seeing the field there. Victoria just didn't put enough pressure on Rhee as the feeder, and then also just weren't set up well enough in defence, and Tatlow read that really nicely and executed really well in tight.
Back to a 6-4 game. Just when you think there's some space being put in a game, goes out to a 6-2 game, and all of a sudden back to 6-4, halved, and another opportunity here. So need to pick the ball up. Suarez Jury, well, she does pick the ball up, but a whistle on the play, and that's going to go. So a break happened here before possession. Everything just running WA's way now. So ball will start with Erin Mitchell. And Nelly has to take the foul. Well, she had Ashton Hiron open this side, but decides to go the other way. And Hooper with the ball. So a little bit of offensive prowess here for WA. Mitchell looks, oh, another big one. Reaches from the sky, and the blink of an eye. We have a 1-goal ball game as Riley McGee gets her second of the night. I thought that was up and over, but able to jump up and pull it down.
Yeah, really nice stick work in there by Riley. It was a bit high, and she managed to pull that down and put it nice and low in that bottom corner. And as you said, we've now got a 1-goal game.
Well, it was a 4-goal game about I'm going to say less than 2 minutes ago. 3 quick goals here from WA. Centre draw really important as the centre draw is had higher and up against you. 2 very competitive lacrosse players there, still going at each other. Ball picked up as the bit of a legal body there from Ashton Hiron, but just turns the ball over, no card. And she tries to escape, but Hooper manages to get into that defensive end. So Suarez Jury. So can they stem this flow, Victoria? Bonnie Yu to Smith. Back to Suarez Jury. A little bit of movement there. Suarez Jury tries to get around on the right. Does get around on the right. Some free space there, I'd say. Oh no, that's going to turn over. So I didn't see the call from Julie Ames there. She saw something on the outer side. Anyway.
Must have been a moving pick or something.
Everything running WA's way here. So we were talking about that thing at half time, Hayley, where WA have to win this game. And if they do, it'll come down to the Victoria-South Australia game, which it wasn't looking like about 2.5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it really makes for an exciting tournament. Like we were saying, Tone, last year, both the men's and women's tournaments were decided by a goal between all 3 teams. And, the men are off to a similar start, and this game might follow suit.
So everything has been black and gold in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Hooper, Shannon gets inside on her left, looks to get in. She just fires that one up. Great pick up there from Meacham. And gets absolutely crunched, I'll say. One of those good young Victorian players, played in the under 20 Australian side over in Hong Kong. Trinity Meacham. And finds Mim Suarez Jury. And tell you what, once upon a time I thought I could run like that, but no way in the world. Suarez Jury. That was about a 4-second 100. Ball to be won. Oh, great pick up and attack, though, from Shannon Mitchell. She wasn't not going to win that ball.
No, that was always going to be her ground ball. And yeah, WA really making the most of the momentum swing that's come in this third quarter.
Big outlet over to Tatlow, which opens up the offensive end, but numbers back for Victoria as Chloe Tatlow just settles it down. If you are just joining us on the Australian Lacrosse Network, we always say welcome. It's great to have you on board watching these live free games. And you are probably, potentially, tuning into my favourite, a Golden Goal classic, as Hooper fires the ball, but Soju. And we've got a card coming here for Victoria. And that, who's that going on?
Trinity.
No, that's going on Hooper for the dangerous shot.
Sorry, I missed that.
The follow. Well, there you go. Soju makes the save, and Kate Hooper. So maybe that's the thing that just will stop the momentum that WA have at the moment.
Well, we did say earlier, Tone, the card trouble in the South Australian game was kind of what opened it up. For South Australia, they were a few goals ahead, but WA need to find a way to keep their aggression and intensity, because I think it's fantastic and it's a really great style of lacrosse. But certainly, if it's putting them in card trouble and playing a lot of man down, they've got to find a way to adjust, because they're just doing themselves a disservice.
And ball on the bottom corner, Hussey over here to Smith to you. Looks inside. Oh, Mollison just couldn't quite take the ball there. Ball to be won. Ball on the deck, and good contest here. And coming in hard there from behind was Kelly. I tell you what, though, we missed one there. Lauren Hunter with another clearance of the ball. And she must have about 700 metres gained at the moment if we were talking AFL stats.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have whatever is the Telstra GPS tracker that AFL get and to see the numbers. But Lauren's certainly been a workhorse for Victoria between the lines tonight.
And Bonnie, you says, well, there's a path being made out here by Lauren Hunter. I'm going to take the same track. And Bonnie U, little inside feed there, just didn't come off for WA. We still have a 1-goal ball game, and it's under a minute to go in the third term. So it's setting up to be a classic. Ball to Kelly. Can Victoria get one before the three-quarter time break? Looks inside. Oh, good take there from Kelly. Just extracted herself out of danger, but gets the ball back. 30 seconds on the clock. Looks down the bottom of that. Oh, Bonnie U pulls that one out of the sky with pressure from Hiron and pops it away. And we're going to have a 2-goal gap. Talk us through this. She just took it out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's really tough for Western Australia. They've done a great job, man down, really made Victoria have to work hard, and I'm not sure there's much more Ashton could have done there on Bonnie. Really nice feed. I think it was from Ebony in that bottom corner, and Bonnie executed really well in the closing.
Well, I'm going to say Ebony Norman, when she went to pass that, she almost checked her pass to get, oh no, she's just being worn here, but good enough there, Bonnie U, to just pick it out, because that didn't come quickly to her, and Bonnie U able to put it away. So is that in the scheme of this game, how important is that with 20 seconds and the clock on the field? Well, I'll tell you what, Suarez jury says let's a nice trail check there, but finds its way over. Oh, and Sarah Smith steps in. Oh, that's 2 in 43 seconds, Hayley.
I was just about to say, when we were, 5-6, a 1-goal game, three-quarter, it's hard to know what the right opportunity is to take. You don't want to take the incorrect shot and lead to them getting possession back, but you also need a few players to step up and kind of put the game on their shoulders. And Victoria found, I think, WA probably had 80%, 90% of possession in that game, and certainly most of the momentum. And Victoria took that last minute, 30 seconds of that game, and have now turned it into a 3-goal game going into three-quarter time. Yeah,
well, WA were up 3-2 in this quarter until the last 42 seconds. And all of a sudden, Victoria win the quarter. That is just ebbs and flows of this game. And goal scorers for that quarter on the Victorian side, Steph Kelly, she got one from the 11-metre mark. Suarez Jury, well, she just used her absolute motors. Bonnie U and Sarah Smith late there. Both of them sort of just out of nothing, really. But it was all WA that quarter. The only thing they didn't win was the quarter. And the goal scorers there, Hooper got one, Tatlow got one, and McGee, well, she got her second of the game. And the only multiple goal-scoring quarter to the third quarter there for WA. Well, it's still set up, though, because at 8-5 on the scoreboard, it is never over. And if WA can come out and do the same thing again and just put that scoreboard pressure on mentally, you never know what happens in this great sport of ours.
Absolutely, and it really is a game of runs, as we're seeing tonight. Most teams are getting, multiple goals in a row, and certainly with the pace that we're also seeing tonight, how quickly a game can change. So it's a really exciting way. 3 goals is nothing in the scheme of things. We saw, as you said, three in about 40 seconds. So, WA want to maintain the momentum. They did such a great job of building in that third quarter, and Victoria want to build off their finish that they've had in that third to try and wrangle this back in the fourth.
That it is, and cards. Oh, we made a goalkeeper change. So Churchwood comes out. Olivia Anselov comes in for WA. Cards, they can become an issue now because there's multiple players on cards. If they do get a yellow-red, that could change the game again.
And the challenge here for WA too, Tone, is that this is their grand final.
Yep.
If this scoreline holds, WA's championships for all intents and purposes is over. So it'll be really interesting to see. They've obviously made a goalie change. They're probably going to throw everything or are expected to throw everything at this final quarter because their championship's on the line now.
And Ashton Hiron, she picks the ball up and gets one. So someone's going to have to come back here. And that will be Mim Suarez jury. So Ashton Hiron. Good pressure, 1 on 3 there. And taking the centre draw there was Lauren Hunter. So Hiron over to Levy. Levy takes the ball top centre right just in front of the restraining line. And rotating the ball back up the top to Tatlow. Tatlow to Levy. Tatlow looks to attack the cage. Rolls back around. Tatlow on her left. Good save there again from Soju. She's been very good tonight in the cage.
Bree's been fantastic. I think this might actually be her first nationals in an extended period. I can't remember the exact year. It was the last time she was in the blue and white, but after a baby and all the things that come with women's sport, it's great to see her back out there, and she's a true gamer. I mean, she stands up in massive games at club and obviously state level, and she's certainly putting on a great performance tonight.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to her, must have been this morning, I think, or yesterday when she was warming down, and she came over and we were having a chat. And she said, "Oh, the great man." And she goes, "I'm no one." And I go, "No, you're not." And you look at this at the moment. She is amazing in the cage at the moment, Soju. And really, you know, it's saves like that, though, that make a huge difference to where this game goes. Now, if they score there, it's back to 2 goals. They get that momentum again. And ball to Cometto now. So Victoria with another opportunity. 8-5 is the score. Just looking down the back there. Kelly looking, finds Cometto. Now there could be a turnover here. Ball to be won. Nice work there from Meacham just to push the ball back to her teammate. And just an illegal check there as Taylor Cometto. And comes from behind, and that didn't land exceptionally well. Picked up there, Riley McGee. She's been a bit of everything tonight too. Oh, Bonnie Yu just turns so sweetly, doesn't she?
She's just so balanced, and her footwork is just impeccable that she, makes it all look too easy.
And ball comes over there. Oh, that's a big bit of contact there. No inch given, and nor would they, as Mollison and Hiron just come together there, and Hiron wins that ball, and Mollison trying to say, well, how about I stand in front of you, but that's not going to be allowed. So Ashton Hiron looks up, finds Mitchell. Mitchell to pick the ball up. Mitchell has an opportunity here, has Shannon Mitchell on the top. Another big save. Oh, almost MVP material there is Bree Soju for me. As ball picked up by Steph Kelly, gets a check, and that's going to be another card. And we talked about it earlier. That is a yellow-red. So Ashton Hiron will sit down for 5 minutes. And yellow-red for Ashton Hiron. That's 2 red cards in 2 games. And what that does do is really affect whether or not she can play in the next games coming up, because the points are attributed for all cards. So 5 minutes of power play. There's 11 and a half to go, so they're not going to get anyone back on as, Sarah Smith gets the free space on this outer side as Laura Hulley just steps in the space, and Smith can really open it up. And this is as a keeper coming in, the first opportunity. Now you've got to play 5 minutes of man down as Mollison looks over, finds Smith, rolls inside. That has just tipped off the stick as well. But yeah, as a keeper, you've just come in fresh, and now you're in 5 minutes of man down.
It's a big ask. And I think we're, might have mozzed WA a little bit, but we did speak about their card trouble and how that really, has let them down in the previous game against South Australia and again tonight, really. I'm not sure of the numbers, but I would say they've played at least 10 or more minutes man down, and that's really tough.
Over as well. That wasn't a great pass, but Mitchell made it look good. Ball dropped though, ball off a yellow stick, flick back up. Great flick up there. And now an opportunity for WA. They will be man down though. So Victoria can just bring immense pressure to them as Shannon Mitchell takes the ball down to the bottom corner. And Mitchell, under pressure from Hunter, just gets pushed out and deemed to be a push and going to have to go back as she was just trying to sneak away while Lauren Hunter was going back to where she had to go. Saw Shannon Mitchell just trying to take it about 12 or 13 metres on her. So Victoria going to send a press here. Well, they've sent, or maybe that wasn't a yellow-red, because Hiron's back on. I thought she got a yellow card early in the first.
I thought she did too.
We might have to check that, because I'm pretty sure that Ashton had a yellow card early in the game. Maybe it was on someone else. I know Panting got one, so maybe it was Panting. Anyway, not a judge there, so only 2 minutes man down. And Ashton Hiron comes on and gets the ball straight in her stick. So it wasn't key. Oh, another big save from Soju. I'll tell you what, MVP all over that player at the moment. Although Hunter, good work there though from Shannon Mitchell. Mitchell to McGee. McGee looks down right here and just runs the ball in. But they need to work the ball. They're 3 goals down, and that is not the ball they were looking for. As ball is flicked up and over, and Mollison just steps offside. As good work over here from Kate Hooper to realise that that was happening the other side. So, and Hooper, is she the spark that WA are looking to require? Oh, Mitchell steps inside. She went slalom skiing through there. That didn't get touched.
That angle from that bottom corner looks to be her bread and butter. She did it in, I think it was in the first quarter tone, or second quarter, first quarter.
Yep, first quarter.
Makes it look way too good. So, yeah, that one was...
Shannon Mitchell fires over to Levy. Levy steps inside and puts one in the top of the cage. Oh, is this the little comeback that they need? Maybe we might have written them off too early, but as we've got a timeout here also charged to WA. So good work there, just stepped inside, and Osha Levy gets on the scoreboard. That's her first for the night. Normally a prolific scorer in most games she plays.
Certainly a relief for WA if we've miscalculated Ashton's card situation, because I was a bit devastated for her and the game really if that was going to be a red card, because it really shifts things. So fortunately it was a 2-minute yellow, but now it's a 2-goal game heading into the final stretch.
I'm still confused, because I'm like to think I have a memory that's reasonably good. And I haven't been keeping yellow cards, I normally do. But I was positive that she had one earlier in the game.
I was with you, Tone. I was with you. I feel like McGee definitely had one,
Yep.
and Panting definitely had one, and I thought Ashton was the other one.
Ashton had one as well. But we could be wrong.
Maybe
it could have been just McGee, and maybe we just expect it.
Well, I'm relieved. Like I said, I'm relieved for her, and I'm relieved for the game. It's not a red, because as you said, if it had been probably 2 reds in 2 games means a missed game at the very least.
Yep.
But certainly not the situation WA would want to be in going into such an important game. It's only 2 goals against Victoria right now, and they need their captain and their leader, which is Ashton and Rhiannon, out there at full strength.
Well, it's a 2-goal game. We have 7 minutes and 42 seconds to go in this contest. WA taking a timeout through their coach, Gav Levy. And Lauren Hunter comes back in the centre up against Ashton Hiron. So ball up to be won. Mim Suarez Jury, she's going the wrong way. She's just trying to bluff everyone that that's the way they were going. And gives it up to Ebony Norman. So Norman looks to step inside, good defence, just not allowing too much space. Ball up and over the top, or just holding the lines. Now, I will say I have not seen Holly Plummer So I wonder whether she's got an injury. Oh, no. She is
She's
out
on
there?
the bench.
Okay.
No, she's
Oh,
on,
she
the
is
bench,
on the bench,
but she's dressed.
Yeah. Just haven't seen much of her. She's been prolific because she was taking centre draws against South Australia. So interesting. We'll keep a watch on that. Mim Suarez Jury up against Panting already on one yellow card. Oh, top shelf there from Mim Suarez Jury. Pops that one there, and we're going to have a stick check. So let's just hold our horses. You never know. And these are just random, by the way. They're not because of anything untoward. So, looking at that there, and we've got no goal. Mim Suarez Jury, that is out of the game as well. Deep pocket. So, well. And that is the second stick thrown out for the night. Interesting. Just getting to a 9-6 game, disallowed. And WA will take the ball through Antilov. And the great thing Antilov's thinking at the moment, well, my save percentage just got a whole lot better. Oh, but that's not a good ball. Pops it up the middle. Ball to be won. Ball up in the air as flicks down, and WA picked the ball up through Mitchell. And Bonnie Yu just being assessed to be a little bit too. And here comes Hiron. Hiron picks up the ball. Goes to go past Norman. Hiron looks inside. Fires. Oh, there's Hooper. Hooper steps in and just gets a little bit of a bottle opener there. And the ball just trickles out of the stick, and have a guess whose stick it goes straight into. Bree Soju. And Hunter, she doesn't want to run the ball up this time. She says, I've probably done enough. No, maybe I will. No, maybe I won't. Kick it to Smith instead. Smith has Hooper. Good pressure here as Smith gets the push. And WA just have to stop, and it goes into the offensive end for Victoria. So, disallowed goal. Suarez Jury, well, she would have to go off and find another stick. She's just out the back there throwing with one. I don't know whose stick she picked up, but maybe she does have a spare one. Ball here with Kelly. Kelly down to Norman, and Norman looks to run the right-hand corner. Looks to open up, gets inside. Good defence there, little flip up. Finds Taylor Cometto. Cometto over the opposite side. Bonnie Yu goes to step in, does power in, and Bonnie Yu puts that one away on the right-hand foot there of Olivia Antilov. And Bonnie Yu, is that the match winner, Hayley Stefanos?
I think it's too early to call that, Tone, but I think Bonnie's putting on, showing what she does best there, that change of pace, and really not too much space either. Again, credit to WA's defence. They're right on her. She's just finding the time and room, and the shot placement's really, really special.
9-6 is the scoreline. It is 4 minutes 25 to go in this contest. Camera is immaculate up there from Christian Leray. He does a fantastic job on the camera. Mr. AKA Spielberg. And good work there from Ebony Norman to just flick the ball her way. Ebony Norman steps in, looks to get in, and that one is fired across. And just looking behind her was Kelly as Mitchell was trying to get the first on. But Kelly up to Mollison. So Mollison scoreless this evening for Victoria, after probably leading the scoring for Victoria to this point. So plenty of pressure being applied. You can see here that they are pushing out. And Mollison, the double, triple, quadruple coming. Mollison just gets hooked up there with Mitchell. So now she can move the ball on. They've got a lock on, but Ebony Norman steps up the top with no players on her. And this is where you want to get to the fat side, isn't it? You want to try and open up the fat side because, number one, you get space and they can't push out there. You want to get as far away from the cage as you possibly can to create space. And there we go, Kelly just inside and pops another one away. And that one might just about do it. I don't know, with the 4-goal deficit that WA, with 2 minutes 42 to go, have the ability there. Steph Kelly with another one. That's 3 for tonight.
Yeah, really nice finish by Steph there. I think WA putting on great pressure, and Victoria had to handle that pressure better than they did, and they found an opening there, and Steph put it away to get a hat trick.
So 10-6 is the scoreline here. A bridge too far, I think, for WA at this point in the game. But anything can happen. And Suarez Jury out there with a new stick. So, Bronny Yu, and you often see this, someone comes on, they get a stick and a goal disallowed, they pick up a new stick and they just go and score. Why? Because they're exceptional athletes. And they can probably shoot with a broken plank of wood, to be honest. So Suarez Jury, let's see if she keeps that trend, or she looks like she's just going to have a running race here with Ashton Hiron. Who would you back in that race?
Oh, it's a tough one.
Well, at the moment, it's Mim Suarez Jury, and Ashton Hiron not really, not committed to that chase, shall we say. Double comes up and over, so double been put on the ball. Norman. No, that's Kelly, picks up the ball, and Kelly steps in again, looks inside. Mollison steps into the crease, and the ball will turn over. And Churchwood back in the cage for WA, so WA make that change in the cage again. Tough for Olivia Antelov, and tough for WA as they turn that ball over. Kelly picks it up, finds Ebony Norman. 46 seconds left in this contest as ball is headed backwards here, and they might even go back even further as Soju's down the back, but over to Mim Suarez Jury. She's trying to work in the space of a postage stamp there. Oh, and turn over, no. Oh, hang on. Player down the back there. Don't know what she's done there, Erin Mitchell, but oh no, she has pulled up very gingerly. Just, it's the innocuous things like that you don't like to see, Hayley Sofanos.
No, you certainly don't, and I missed what happened there, Tone, but it doesn't seem great.
She literally was just running towards the ball, and then I won't say the grass monster did get her because she just shaking there. I don't, you know what, I hate to see that. I do, because, yeah, she, especially, you know, we're just about to have this game called, and Mitchell is walking off, but as the clock is just about to be blowing here, and Victoria will run out winners. I'm just still watching on the outer side there with young Mitchell, because it just looked like she got shot and went down, and she seems to be up and about, but anyway, that will send Victoria into a national championship final for 2025 here for Lacrosse Australia in Footscray.
Yeah, well, it's certainly an exciting game, and you know, disappointing for Western Australia. Like we said, they've had two tough games straight off the bat. South Australia yesterday, Victoria today, and unfortunately will ultimately go out in straight sets here as the defending champions. So we'll get a preview of Sunday's national championship on Saturday when Victoria and South Australia go head to head. And but what a great game on a Thursday night here in warm Melbourne.
And it's always a tough rubber, that, because you know you're going to play your opponent in a couple of days after or a day later, after playing them just in a round that really doesn't mean a great deal. You don't want to show anything as a coach, but you also don't want to lose because there is some other silverware available when you finish top of the ladder.
Absolutely, and also momentum tone. Like, you want to make sure you're heading into that championship game in the right mindset, feeling good about how the team's playing together. So Saturday will be interesting how both teams play it. But yeah, no doubt be an exciting matchup either way.
It will indeed, and I'll go through the goal scorers for this evening before we go and talk about MVPs. But for WA, we had McGee with 2, Hooper with 1, Hiron with 1. We had Osha Levy with 1 and Chloe Tatlow with 1. I think that covers all of them. And for Victoria, well, Marley Dawson got 1. Kelly, she had 3. We had Suarez Jury with 2. We had Bonnie Yu with 3. And Sarah Smith just rounding out the scorers with 1 on the cage, and 10-6 scoreline. South Australia 10-6 against WA. I mean, on paper, you put those two together, and that means we've got golden goal in the final. Hayley Stefanos.
You're really pushing for this golden goal, so I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how the rest of this week plays out. But yeah, mathematically and statistically, looks like it's coming.
It's coming. Oh, they said winter was coming too, and it has.
It sure has.
But yeah, look, let's just hope that the weather does stay reasonably well. They are expecting a few little spots of precipitation over the next couple of days, but we hope that it stays away for most. MVPs, well, you're the guest.
I know who you're going to go for, Victoria. So I'll let you take Breezer. I'll let you take Bree.
You're very nice, Hayley. I'll tell you what.
I agree with you.
If Michelle Davies or Peter Greenhouse or Shandell Oliver were here, they would tell you off for letting that happen.
No. Otherwise, I think, we spoke about Lauren Hunter a lot during the game. She was a true workhorse for the Victorians, and I think she'd be my bid for a MVP in such a gritty game. So yeah, we'll see if it's Bree or Loz.
And what about WA for you?
Oh, WA, that's a tough one. Panting. I mean, we called her often in defence, but I think she was just really everywhere, scoring both ends of the field, centre draw. So yeah, I'll go with Rhiannon.
Well, I'm going to go for a roughie. I'm going to go Riley McGee.
Great.
Just as something different. I mean, she did top score for the team, but she did a couple of really good things, and I think sometimes coaches really want to highlight that in a game like this. So, but we are going to very soon get a live feed to the MVPs, because as what happens, Hayley Stefanos, everyone stands in front of us and we can't see it. But we can see that, and Gav Levy is about to talk as we hand over to him now.
Congratulations, Victoria. Great effort. Like I said to yesterday's game, well skilled, well executed, really well coached. Your hunt for the ball, your preparedness to work for a teammate was really shown today, and that's fantastic. Good luck for the rest of the week. Your best player today was your goalie, Bree.
Well, you're very kind of me, Hayley Stefanos. I'll take that, though. And let's see if we can go 2 for 2 here. So Stephen Bound.
So to WA, we knew that it was going to be a massive game and it was going to be hard and fast, and I think that all lived up to it. I think the fans around Australia and all around the world would have loved that game. It was just a really good game of lacrosse. A lot of chess going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. But today your MVP is number 7, Erin. 17. Did you say 17?
I got it wrong yesterday, and Stephen just getting it wrong. Look, Erin.
We've both overlooked her there, but yeah.
Erin was amazing in that contest. So, yeah, look, one for 2. We'll take that. We like to see, and you never know what the coaches are looking at either at the moment. Gav Levy may have had something there, and Stephen and Gav may have spoken. But yeah, look, congratulations to Victoria, commiserations to, but that's lacrosse right there, isn't it? The hug, just the hug. You know what? The game's done. I mean, some of your best lifelong friends would have come from playing high level.
Absolutely. Some of my best friends, you play against each other at tournaments like this. So, it's great to see that. And it's also great to see that the competitiveness doesn't shift. I think that's the most important thing, is that once you step over that line, it's game on. And then once you step off it, it's a different story. So, yeah, fantastic game, fantastic fight for WA. Tough end for them. Hopefully Erin is okay after whatever happened at the end of the game for her. But, yeah, another fantastic game of lacrosse, 10-6. Can't really ask more than that.
And our broadcast partner in the Susafanos Foundation, we'll give a bit of a shout out to Susafanos Foundation. I mean, why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we? Thank you. Like I said, it's such an incredible honour to be able to keep this legacy alive of mums. And like I said, it is tax time. So if you're looking for a tax deduction, anything over $2 via the Australian Sports Foundation QR code will help support all of our Australian women's lacrosse teams. Like I said earlier, we're looking to continue to grow that. We've contributed over $250,000 so far, and we hope that's just the beginning and a drop in the ocean to make sure that something that Mum was so passionate about, which was alleviating those financial pressures of our athletes being able to focus on being athletes, and that's what we're looking to do here. So really appreciate everyone's support.
Yeah, and a great lady was Susafanos. I had the ultimate pleasure of spending a lot of time with your mum, even down at Footscray the year that she passed, and had a great conversation with her down there with the Aussie men and women were camping down there, and sadly missed, but her legacy lives on, and if she is still giving to the women Australian lacrosse players as we speak, and it's been fantastic, Hayley, to be back on the mic with you. It feels like just so many years ago.
I think the last time Tone was in Perth.
Was that in Wembley?
Yeah, that was Wembley for
upstairs.
Yep, when WA won the national championship, I think it was 2017
and Trav
or
Roos
2018.
Was coaching that side.
He was coaching WA.
And now he's
that's
coaching
correct.
Victorian men.
He is. I know, it's all happening.
What is happening to this
It's all
sport?
happening. So I think that was the last time, Tone. So that's about 7 years ago. So
I mean, you know what? We still look young-ish.
We do. But thank you for having me. It's been great to join you tonight, and looking forward to the end of an exciting week in the coming days.
We are, and also congratulations on your work through the Lacrosse Australia board. We know that there's a lot of changes happening through there, and wish you all the best with everything going forward with the high performance and all of those things. So it's great that you give up your time here with little old me, and it's fantastic to have you on board, and love having you in here. A couple of thank yous. Christian Leray up on the camera. He has been up there. Sam Voisey today too. He's been braving the sunshine, we'll call it today, on these scaffolds. I just look at the scaffolds and it scares me just looking up at them. But these guys have been up there filming all the games for the Australian Lacrosse Network, to Blake Billsborough, who's been on production, giving Scotty grief because that's what they do. To Scotty Gill, this doesn't work without Scott Gill, so fantastic. And we've got Gozzy here as well, just the man of the moment. He does everything, doesn't he?
Rockstar. Content. We love it.
It is. And on behalf of Hayley Susafanos and myself, Tony Watts, it's been a pleasure to bring you live free lacrosse on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We are here for the rest of the week, so stay tuned. But right now, until the sticks are swinging tomorrow, we'll see you then.